What's up, everybody? Welcome to Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name's Nicole. I'm a person in recovery. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015, and tonight is our regularly scheduled 7:30 live stream meeting that we have every night. Thank you guys for being here. You know I got to put my lip gloss on. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Emily. There's my little sweet little chicken nuggets. Come on in, chicken nuggets. All right, my little chicken nuggets. Drop your sobriety date. If you're not sober, that's okay. I want you to drop something that you're grateful for, okay? If you're not sober, I want you to pick a date that you're going to quit and put it in the comment section, okay? Because we want you to start getting focused on taking action and changing your life, all right? So, what's up, everybody? Today is Wednesday, Humpty Dump Hump Day. I was really tired this morning. We were on yesterday, not too late, but I was just like super on fire last night, and we were like, pop, pop. There was like 100 people in here, and I was just like having the best time of my life. And so, I guess I wore myself out last night. Tonight, we're going to talk about dealing with toxic people and staying sober through that situation. Honey, I deal with toxic people on a daily basis, some days more than others, and I'm going to share with you guys some things that I do to try and keep myself sane so I don't go out and beat a bitch's face. So, come on in, hang out. If you guys are struggling with toxic family members, if you're struggling with an ex-boyfriend or a significant other that's driving you insane, come on in and hang out with us. Des, that's what I'm dealing with right now, girl. I'm dealing with a toxic person that is actually in recovery. So we're going to talk all about it. Any person that's toxic, okay, whether they're in recovery or not, how do you deal with somebody who is just constantly like spewing negativity at you? How do you deal with somebody who's constantly trying to bring you down, trying to hurt you? Like their life's goal is to bring you down. What do? You know, the old Nicole, you want to know what the old Nicole would have done? The old Nicole would have drove to this person's house and stood out on their front porch yelling and screaming, trying to break into their house, acting like a lunatic. The old Nicole would have created a fake troll account and been over there like trying to harass and bully that person. You know, but I'm not that person anymore. Because you know what? I know that the actions that I do, they're going to come back on me. Okay? And so I know that it hurts. It hurts when people harass you. It hurts when people treat you bad. It hurts you when people are kicking you when you're down. You know what I mean? It hurts when people's main goal in life is to hate on you. Okay? I'm a human being. And so I don't want to make nobody else feel like that because I know how it feels and it sucks. The old Des would have just drank over it and not showered for a week. Well, honey, I would have gotten high and then I would have went down there and tried to whoop somebody. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would have definitely been on one, that's for sure. So that's what I want to talk about, you guys. I want to talk about how do we get through this without acting out in our character defects, you know? So we're going to do a meditation first. So hold on just a second. Hey, girl. What's up? What's up, Queenie? We're going to talk about toxicity, and we're going to get through it together, you guys. So let me see, you guys. Okay, I got a good one. Let's do this one. I got a good one. Hey, Nick. What's up, honey? Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in, everybody. We're starting it out. They're starting the day out, the meeting out with a meditation from the book Courage to Change. This book is actually a book for people that are a part of Al-Anon. If you guys didn't know, I am a person in recovery, and so is my husband. So I'm a double dipper. So I also love reading out of this book because it's made for people that love somebody that struggles with addiction. So here we go. One of the most helpful tools I've found is conference-approved literature. It took me a long time to be willing to open up to other people, but from my first meeting, this wonderful literature has helped me learn to replace a long-established negative way of thinking with a new, healthier, more positive approach to life and to love. At first, I used it only when I was in pain. Now I start off my day on a positive note by reading a piece of the literature at breakfast. Like we're doing right now. We're reading the book, then we read out the big book. It has been especially helpful to me to think about what I read and condense it into a sentence or two. I write this sentence on a 3x5 card and I carry it with me throughout the day. Whenever I remember, I take out my card and I read it. You wouldn't believe how many times it has brought a difficult situation into perspective, or offered me a different approach to a project or conversation I'm about to begin. Today's reminder. I have a wealth of information available to me which can help me grow ever freer from the effects of alcoholism on my thinking. Today I will make literature a part of my routine by listening to a tape or by reading a pamphlet or chapter of a book. Daily reading about, okay, so yes, using the literature to help us make it through the day. We do that here, don't we, guys? We're always up in our literature. Okay, so finding tools that help you is very important, right? To keep ourselves on track. So, how many of you guys have a long established negative way of thinking? How many of you guys got sober and you were in you're just, it's just come second nature to you to think negatively, right? How many of you guys, when you look at the mirror, you don't like the person that you see looking back? How many of you guys wake up in the morning and you're like, fuck, the sun's shining? Fuck, the leaves are green? Fuck, is that rain out here? Whatever it is, it's always negative, right? I used to be that same way. Every day that I woke up, it was on the wrong side of the bed, especially when I was in my active addiction. And that held me back, man. It kept me sick. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Missy. It kept me sick, it being that way, you guys. So I want to share with you guys just things that have helped me to transition into thinking differently, okay? Talking differently, talking to myself differently. This has saved my life, okay? It has saved my life. It's going to be a change. It's going to have to be something that you guys mindfully adjust, okay? So it's not something, hey, Justin, thanks for being here. I've seen you've been here all week, man. I've seen your picture up there with the glasses on, so thank you for being here. Changing your thinking from negativity to positivity, you guys, it's something that you have to mindfully change, right? Because it's not going to come naturally to you because you have practiced so long being negative, right? Just like we practiced, okay, so let's think back to when we first started using, okay? When we first started using, I didn't know how to roll a blunt. I didn't know how to smoke a bowl of ice. Hey, Nikki, thanks for being here, girl. Hey, Danny. Hey, Wired Weirdly. Stay in here with us, girl. You won't relapse if you stay in here with us. Hey, Mama Boys. So, okay, so when we first started getting high, right, we didn't know how to roll a blunt. We didn't know how to, fucking smoke the crack pipe, right? Hey, Cassie, we had to learn how to do that, right? We had to learn and practice to become good at it, okay? So just like we had to learn and practice when we were in active addiction, now that we're sober, we have to learn and practice to stay sober. So changing the way we think and the way we speak to positivity is something that we have to learn and practice. So what we're going to have to do is start practicing mindfulness. How many of you guys do practice mindfulness? How many of you guys, when you wake up in the morning, hey Candy, when you wake up in the morning, you sit for 5 minutes by yourself with no music on, just breathing with your eyes closed, listening to your own breath and getting centered for the day, okay? That's something that all of you guys can start doing that's going to change your life, okay? Centering yourself and getting ready for the day, all right? Get up, get in a comfortable spot, sit down, Close your eyes and just breathe. Listen to your own breath coming in and out. Feel your heartbeat. Let your mind just rest. Try to let the thoughts that are going through your mind stop, okay? Just focus on your breath, okay? You're probably like, why would I just focus on my breath? Focusing on your breath is going to get this to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, if y'all don't know, my mind is always going 90 to nothing. So taking that time in the morning, stopping, breathing, focusing, this is going to help you to start your day on the right foot, okay? I'm telling you guys, promise you. I would never tell you to do something that I have never done, okay? It helps me to get centered and ready for the day. So once we do our mindfulness, then we're going to have to start taking steps to changing the way we think, okay? So let's say you wake up in the morning, you did your little mindfulness meditation, and you're still just like, you're in a shitty mood, like you're just feeling like shit, right? The best thing that you can do if you're feeling like shit and it's, you're like, I'm crawling out of my skin, is to talk to somebody else that's in recovery, okay? Find you another addict or alcoholic that's in recovery that you can speak to, that you can like buddy up with, and you guys can help each other. Sometimes you just need to talk to somebody, right? Sometimes you just need to get on the phone with somebody and vent. Say, yo, what's up, man? I'm just like starting my day off on the wrong foot. I feel shitty. I don't exactly know why I feel shitty, but I'm just feeling shitty. And then talking about it helps so much, you guys. Like, I can't stress it to you guys enough, like how much it helps to have someone that you can connect with, that you can talk to, that will help you through your sobriety journey. Okay, that's number one thing that I suggest to everybody. We have a chat group, you guys. There's like 40 people in it. We're on Facebook. You can message me on Facebook and I'll add you to the chat. If you start your day off on the wrong foot, you can jump in that chat and be like, y'all, I'm starting my day off on the wrong foot. And there's like 40 people in there. Somebody's bound to answer and say, what's going on, right? What's going on? What's wrong, Nick? So if you want to join the Facebook group, hit the link in my bio, join the Facebook group and shoot me a private message and I'll add you to the chat, okay? But these are things that we have to actively take action to do, you guys. Like, you're not going to get sober and just be happy overnight, all right? So one of the things that I started like changing the way I thought was I started doing affirmations. And I know I've talked about this a million times before, but just writing affirmations on the mirror, you guys, affirmations that tell you that you're beautiful, you're smart, you're strong, you're handsome, you're one of a kind, you're a leader, you're an achiever, you're an overcomer. All those things are going to help you. You need to say these things to yourself. You need to read and talk to yourself in a positive manner, right? You've been beating yourself up for so long. Why is it okay for you to talk shit to yourself, but when somebody's telling you to talk love to yourself, you got a problem with it? Okay? You've talked shit about yourself for so many years. Let's turn that around and let's start talking and loving ourselves, okay? It might be uncomfortable at first, and you might have to force the things that you're saying, okay? But guess what? Eventually, after you repeat it and you repeat it and you repeat it and you repeat it and you repeat it, it's going to become a working part of your mind, okay? Believe me, it happened for me. And I'm just trying to share with you guys what helped me. I got kicked out. What? Why'd you get kicked out? You got kicked out of the live. What are you talking about? You're still here. Hey, Darlene. This weather was, yeah, the weather is changing here too. It's getting cooler. Motivational quotes. That's a great idea too, Ashley. Very good idea. Yes, yes, yes. And here's the thing, you guys. Like, I learned that, okay, so I can't depend on everyone, but there are certain people I know without a shadow of a doubt. If I need support, I can call those people. Do you know what I mean? And so you got to find your tribe. You got to find your people that you can depend on, that you can connect with. Okay? If you guys don't have a tribe and you need one, you can be here with us. Like, I do this meeting every single night, you guys. A lot of nights we have guest speakers on, which tomorrow night we're having Lolita from Recovery Life Apparel come on, and she's going to tell her story. So tomorrow night we'll have a guest speaker. That will be a good thing. Yeah, so Lolita is going to tell her story, and then I'm going to have to get Ashley on next. But Lolita's coming on tomorrow night. Then Saturday night, Leslie, I think, from Mama K214, she's coming on Saturday night, okay? Hey, Tim, I love them too. You guys, and let me tell you something right now. Anybody that has 1,000 followers already, and anybody that can go live can come tell their story, just so you know. You don't have to have a huge following. Just as long as you can go live here on TikTok, you can join me for a live stream, okay? Affirmations every morning with my daughter while brushing our teeth and getting ready for our day. Yeah, me and my little boy do the same thing. And when we're driving in the car, I always tell him, you know, like, you're going to have a great day today. Today's going to be an amazing day. Today's a beautiful day. Like, we were walking outside today at the park, and he was like, Mom, it just feels so good today. And I was like, you know what? It does. It does. I remember a time where I couldn't do that with my son. I couldn't go to the park with him. You know, I was fucked up. And I remember when I first got him back, and I was so down on myself, and I didn't love myself, and I hated myself, that I wouldn't go to the park because I was scared. You know, I was scared to do anything. And I was scared to leave the house and, you know, do anything fun because I was so down on myself. You know, I'm learning every single day, you guys, how to love myself. I'm not all the way there yet. You guys know how much I struggle with my self-image and my weight. Y'all know how sensitive I am about that. But I'm trying to do better, and I'm trying to get to a place where I feel healthy and I feel happy. But it takes a lot of hard work. Are you willing to do the hard work? Are you willing to dedicate your time to changing your life? Okay? I'm still trying to figure out who I am. Samantha, you ain't lying, girl. We have all been there, and you're going to figure out who you are. Getting sober is a huge change in your life. Okay? I didn't know who I was either when I got sober. Okay? It wasn't until after I had a year sober, I told my story. And the first time I told my story, everybody in the room was crying, including me. And that's when I realized I want to help people. This is who I am. I'm a helper. I want to help people. No matter what it's about. If it's about addiction recovery, that's what I'm doing right now. Who knows, in 5 years I might graduate to doing something else in the helping position. But that's what I am. That's my identity. My identity is literally being of service and helping others. I get so much confidence and reassurance out of helping others, and it makes me so happy. You know what I mean? And I mean that in a healthy way, not in an unhealthy way. Like, I know when to take a day off, you know? I'm having a hard time dealing with my mentally abusive mom while clean and sober. Okay, Starshine. Okay, so let's talk about that. This is a great thing to talk about because this totally feeds into what we're talking about, which is dealing with toxic people. Okay, so Starshine, first of all, the fact that you're aware that she's being mentally abusive and that you're not going to stand for it, that's a huge step in the right direction, okay? So what I would say, if you have a loved one, especially a mom who is being, you know, who's treating you less than, and is she willing to have a conversation about it? If you've already exhausted having a conversation with her and she's not willing to do any kind of like therapy together, then I would separate myself from her. Okay? As hard as it is, you don't need to have that in your life. You're changing your life now. You've gotten sober. Okay? You don't deserve to be mentally abused. Nobody does. If any of you guys are in a situation where you live with family members who are mentally and verbally abusing you, you don't need that. and you don't deserve that. And you are better than that. Okay? Missy had to block hers the other day because her mama was just not acting right. And so she texted me, and I seen the messages, and I was like, block her. Block her. You know, blocking the person and separating yourself from them, hopefully they'll see that, you know, they can't treat you like that anymore. But you know what the sad truth of the matter is? Some of them aren't going to give a damn. Okay? Some of them aren't even going to miss us. And you know what? That's okay. Because we ain't going to miss them either. We ain't going to miss all that bullshit, you know? I'm relying on her because I'm in a halfway house and she's taking care of a lot of my stuff. So Starshine, I totally understand where you're coming from, girl. I've been there. Okay, what you need to do, Starshine, is get a plan of action in place, okay? How can you get ahead? How can you get to a place where you don't have to rely on your mom anymore? You know what I mean? You and Alexis helped me with my mom to setting boundaries. She has changed a lot. That's awesome, Diana. I'm so happy. And that's another thing. Diana just brought up a great topic. Setting boundaries with our loved ones, okay? Starshine, if you're in that situation and you have to be in that situation right now because she's supporting you, then setting healthy boundaries with her would be your best bet. And set that boundary. Say, Mom, when you talk to me, when you say things like this to me, it hurts. It hurts. And I'm trying my best to be a better person and stay sober. What?
I weigh 60 pounds now.
Oh, yeah. Come here, show Reagan your haircut. Okay, dude. No, Nate. No.
Can I do it?
Absolutely not. No.
Why?
No, get out.
Why?
Nathaniel, I'm on a live. I said no.
What am I doing wrong?
Nothing. I just don't want you hitting on the piano. Stop that now. Sorry, y'all. He knows what he's doing. I don't want him to sit on it and bang it around. I'm sick now and want to get clean. Where do I start? Hey, you're sick and you want to get clean? Well, you're in the right place. You're here with us, and that's awesome. So what I would do if you were sick and you want to get sober, what were you abusing? Opiates, benzos, alcohol, methamphetamine? If you need to go to detox, find a good detox center to go to. If you want to go to treatment, you can go into treatment. If you don't want to do rehab, you can do medication-assisted treatment. If you don't want to do medication-assisted treatment, there's online recovery programs like the one in my bio called Self-Recovery. And so there's lots of different options now. What I did was I went into detox. I did 30 days of residential treatment. And then when I came out, I got on Suboxone, and that saved my life. So the choice is totally up to you. Whatever you want to do, you let me know, and I will give you the resources. Already, girl, already he's acting like a preteen. And listen to me, you guys. Like, I don't mind him coming in here and saying hi and all that stuff, but I don't want him sitting on the piano and banging on it, because I know some of you guys have your earphones in. You know what I mean? And I don't want your ears to be blown out. So, what, Nick? What? I know you have a problem. I know. He is acting like, yes. Okay, so I love him too, you guys. He's a good kid. Oh, he got straight A's, you guys. Straight A's. I saw your comment, Nick. I know you relapsed. You told me. It's okay. Like, just get back on track. You are in a MAP program, Nick. So you need to be honest with your MAP program. Let them know. And you need to be in counseling if you're not in counseling. You guys, Nick is very young. He's 16, 17 years old. And he is struggling. And I let him be here in the group with us because, you know, he needs the support from people that are in recovery. So, Nick, I'm serious. You need to go to your therapist or counselor, and you need to talk to them and be honest with them about what's going on. If you don't get this nipped in the bud now, Nick, while you're young, it's going to be bad. Okay? So please do what I say, and reach out to your therapist or your counselor. If you don't have one, you need to get one. Okay. Also, if you're struggling, what does your parents say? Are your parents there? Are they sober? Hey Jay, hey Puffy. If your parents are sober and not doing drugs, you need to tell your mom and dad, Mom, Dad, I'm struggling. Okay. I'm trying not to disregard anybody. When the chat goes by and there's a lot of you guys in here, I don't want to spend too much time on just one person because I want all of you guys to be able to get help. But I'm trying to do the best I can, I know it's hard to talk to your mom and dad about stuff when you're struggling and you think they're going to get angry. It's not because they're angry. It's because they're afraid. Okay. That's what that is. Well, when us parents, we get worried about our kids, right? And when you come to us and you tell us that you're struggling with drugs, that scares us. Because when we hear that, we think, oh my God, my son's going to die. Okay? So if you're struggling and you're still on methadone, Nick, you need to talk to somebody, okay? I think also, what about the Klonopin? Does your mom still have the Klonopin? And are you taking that too? Are you on any mental health medications? Yeah, totally. So here's the thing, you guys, addiction doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care how old we are. And kids are getting addicted younger and younger and younger. Every single day on this app, I get messages from kids 16 and under. 16 and under, okay? And it baffles me because it scares me. And my suggestions and advice to those young people is always to talk to their parents. I would never overstep my boundaries, and try to parent somebody else's child. But if they don't have sober parents that can help them, then I'll help them get connected with somebody that can help them. So, anyways, back to it. Parents that are toxic. Let's talk about it, you guys. How many of you guys are dealing with parents that don't support your sobriety, or that they support your sobriety but they throw your addiction back in your face? How many of you guys are dealing with people that are unhealthy, right? I can tell you guys, I hear from so many people that follow me that have moms and dads that they've gotten sober now, and now that they're sober, they constantly throw it in their face, right? Well, you're only 6 months sober, or remember that time when you got so fucked up you crashed the car, or you're never going to be anything. You'll probably die a drug addict, right? Did you guys know that there's people out there that treat their kids like that? That pisses me off so bad. Okay, Brenda says, yes, ma'am, and Chris says, yep. That's okay, mom of boys. That's okay. You're going to get sober. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. So what do you do when you have family members, you guys, who aren't even willing to support you, right? How do you fucking succeed if your own family's tearing you down? You know what you do? You find a new family. Not really a new one to replace them. Well, basically, yeah. So what you do is you find other people who will support you. You find other people who love you and will be there for you. And you totally block out anything those fucking people say. You don't need that shit in your life. You guys, it's the hardest thing for me to understand because my mom and dad are Christian, straight-laced, still married to this day. My mom is my biggest cheerleader. If any of you guys follow me on Facebook, she'll be talking to you. She'll be talking to you in the comment section of my videos and stuff. But I don't understand. It makes me sad when I hear you guys tell me that, your parents aren't supportive of you, and that they're mean to you, and that they take it out on you. That makes me so upset. So if you're running into that situation, you gotta you gotta find support elsewhere, and it might not seem like it, you guys, but we're like a little family here. I really want you guys to understand that I work really hard to go out of my way to make these live streams a safe place, okay? Oh, good, mom of boys. I'm proud of you. 4 months is amazing. Congratulations. So you have parents that are using. Okay. So, and so do some of you guys. I know a lot of you guys have family members who use also. And that's another situation where if you need to separate yourself from that, and you need to set boundaries with those people in your life. So that way they're not coming around you using drugs, right? That way they're not tempting you, because there's a time, you guys, where you might be able to go around somebody like your brother or sister or mom or dad who's getting high, and you might be able to say, I'm not getting high, and you might walk away, right? Shoot, you might be able to do it twice and walk away and not relapse. You might even be able to do it 3, 4, 5 times. But you know what's going to happen? There's always that day, that one day when you're not fit. Right? You're having the worst day of your life. You're depressed, and where you cave and you get high. So instead of setting yourself up for disaster, for failure, set yourself up for success. Okay? Don't go around those people when they're using, don't go around those people at all. Separate yourself from them. Mine died of an overdose, and she was my hero. So deep somewhere in the back of my mind, I glorified the life. I can understand that too, Nikki, because you grew up around that all your life, and your mom, you love your mom. I mean, we love our parents. Like, we look up to them, And so it's hard whenever you guys have lived that life and your family, your parents are also in that life, For me, at least I have like my mom and dad who are, they're steady. They don't have any like drug or alcohol problems. So I know like I can go to them and I can hang out and I can spend Christmas with them and I have a great time and all that. And if you have this situation where you can't go around your people, like I said, you got to make new people, you guys. You got to reach out and you got to get connected with people that are in recovery and make those your people. Make those your people. I love my mom, even though she treats me this way. I hope one day this changes. I love this live, but I got to get ready for oh, bye girl. See you later. Have a great day. Happy 4 months. So basically what we have to do in sobriety when there's people around that are trying to bring us down. I have no family left except my husband's family, but not the same. Hey, I understand. I understand. My mom and dad live in another part of Arkansas, so I'm here with my husband and his mom. So what was I going to say? I just totally lost it. Anyway, even though people around, that are trying to bring you down, they're trying to hurt you, you guys, what we have to do is we have to create a force field of protection and positivity around us. The way I treat myself, the way I speak, the way I hold myself is how other people are going to treat me back. If I respect myself, other people are going to respect me back. If I love myself, other people are going to love me back, right? There's always going to be that one person or those people who see you and they're jealous and they want what you have and they can't have it, so they want to bring you down, right? But I've got my force field, right? I got you guys. I got my family. I got my son. I got Real Talk Recovery crew all around me. All this positivity. I'm not going to let one negative person bring me down. What, Nate?
Should I play the piano?
No, son.
Why?
Neil,
What?
grab your son.
Hey,
Go.
come on.
He's adamant on playing the piano in here, and he knows I'm live streaming.
All right.
Go, booty butt. You can't be no Mozart today. Yes, make them your people. Yes, hit them likes, girl. Hit them likes. Thank you so much, Diana. Thank you so much. I love you, girl. So, you guys, it's hard to be... Listen to me. I would be lying to you if I told you that it doesn't ever hurt. I would be lying to you that I read a comment in my comment section that calls me a fat, ugly bitch with crooked tooth, and that don't hurt my feelings. Yeah, it hurts because I'm a human and I have feelings, right? But you know what? I can't let the one thing that people say to try and hurt me bring me down, right? I have to own my shit, right? What I do and what I put up, hey Tara, what I put out on here on my TikTok, what I do here on my TikTok is 100% authentically me. Okay, this is the person I am. I love helping people. All right. This is what I do. This is what I've been doing for 5 years. Okay. I love helping people. I will never allow anyone to bring me down and stop me from doing what I'm doing, because that's what people who are negative, people who are talking shit, people who are making videos about you, people who are spreading rumors, people who are making fun of you, it's because they can't do what you're doing. Okay. You're doing something they wish they could do. A lot of you guys, you're people who are maybe your family members, maybe they see something in you that they can't do, right? Maybe you getting sober has triggered them because maybe they're struggling in their addiction, right? I had to learn to stop taking the negativity and the things people try to do and say to me personally, and I have to start remembering, guess what? You know what? We're going to go into the book for this one. Okay? We're going to go into the book for this one. Okay, y'all ready? Okay. Y'all ready? Listen up, y'all. Listen up. Acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me. And I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in God's world by mistake. Until I could accept my addiction, I could not stay sober. Unless I accept life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as on what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. So, I don't need to focus on what needs to be changed in other people. Okay? And that's what people who are hating on you, that's what people who are talking shit to you are doing. They're focusing on what you're doing when they need to be focusing on themselves. Okay? It's easy to critique others and tell them what they're doing is wrong. It's easy to tell other people, you're not doing that right. You're not sober. You're on Suboxone. You're on methadone. You're not in recovery. Oh, you're never going to be able to do that. You'll never be able to help people. You'll never be able to speak in front of 1 million people at a recovery convention. You're never going to be able to get a job working for a doctor. It's easy to spit all that shit to other people, right? What's hard is actually looking within ourselves and changing our behaviors and being better people, okay? What's hard is like actually doing the work on ourselves. It's easy to be a piece of shit and treat others with disrespect. That's the easy way out, you know? And that's what I see over and over and over and over again here on TikTok. It's easy to tend to somebody else's garden, all right? Stay on your side of the grass. Take care of your own yard, all right? And I'll take care of mine. And that's the thing, you guys, like, I had to learn this because when I tell you, having people make videos about you and talk badly about your family, it is the worst feeling in the whole wide world until you realize that that person is sick. That person is sick. Okay? A person in recovery is not going to treat you like that. A person who is working on themselves and trying to be better is not going to treat you like that. A person who is sick will, though. Okay? A person who needs help will. And so what my program teaches me, what recovery teaches me, is that I need to pray for that person and that I need to love that person until they can love themselves. And you know what? That's the hardest damn thing to do, especially when somebody is constantly talking shit about you. 24/7, 7 days a week, okay? Whole account made to talk shit about you, okay? It's hard. It's hard, all right? But you know what? I hate saying the saying, but it's the truth. Hurt people hurt people. People who are unhappy with their lives focus on hurting other people. People who are happy and healthy within themselves and their life they try to help people. Hurt people try to hurt other people, and happy people try to help people. And I finally found happiness. And I finally found a point in my life where I don't have to hurt other people. I don't have to try and bring other people down to make myself feel better. And I've never been one of those people, even when I was the sickest in my addiction. But I was doing bad things, you know? I can't stop smoking ice. Hey Sierra, it's okay. Stay with us, girl. You can stay with us. You can get it together and get sober. Your ability to let all of that slide right off, girl, it's for sure one of your many God-given gifts. I didn't always used to be able to do this, just so you guys know, okay? I've just learned that it's not worth it. It's not worth it to try and hurt somebody back. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. If I thought it was worth it, you know, I might do it. But it's not worth it, you guys. It's not worth it. And also, here's the thing. How would I look if somebody was being hateful to me and I was hateful to them back? After all, I'm supposed to be here to help, right? After all, I'm supposed to be a safe place for no judgment. How do I get on that? Hey, Mama 4, what state are you in, honey? Hey, Jenna J, congratulations on 30 days. That's what's up. That's what's up. Congratulations. How would I look, you guys, if I was treating other people like shit and then coming on here and telling you guys I'll help you? So, Mama, so to get on MAT, you can either look up Suboxone doctors in your area on Google, or you can do it online through telemedicine. There's a company called bupe.me, bupe.me. Then there's another place called QuickMD, and then there's a place called recoverydelivered.com. Okay? But that's how you do it, sister. And then you come hang out with us and do meetings with us. So, yeah, how would I look if I'm trying to create a safe place for people and then I'm over here treating other people like dog shit and being mean to them and cussing them out and making videos about them? You guys, you will never, absolutely anytime, honey. And if you need me to message you, send me a DM and I'll message you the places, okay? Do you know how many people trust me and reach out to me for help? And I don't want to hurt those people, you know, and I don't want to give anybody the idea that they can't come to me and they can't trust me. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is really seriously something that I believe in 100%. Giving back and helping others has saved my life. Okay, I was in the deepest depression when I got sober. I got my son back and I was depressed. I didn't feel like I knew myself. I felt completely alone. I felt like my husband was going to fall out of love with me. I felt like I was nothing. I felt like I was worthless. I didn't think that I would be able to stay sober because I was not happy and I didn't love myself. And I found a way to heal and help others, and that has helped me to stay sober. That's what's helped me the most out of everything that I do to stay sober. Being of service and helping others has helped me the most. You know, it's saved my life. Anyone can help somebody. Any of you guys can. You know what I mean? When you get sober, you can help people. You don't have to have 20 years sober to be of service to other people. You know, giving somebody a ride to a meeting, texting somebody and reminding them, hey, Nicole's going live at 7:30. Come join us. That's helping, right? That's helping other people. Okay. Starting a little group up where you guys call each other and y'all help each other stay accountable. That's helping people, right? These are all ways that you guys can help people early in your recovery. Okay. You don't have to stress yourself out trying to sponsor nobody or nothing like that. Okay. Just being there to help support somebody is 100% helping the next person. But I just got to stress it to you guys. I didn't love myself. I had no identity. I felt lost. I didn't feel like I would ever be able to do something that I actually enjoyed doing, you know? Nash says, I hit 7 months sober and pregnant, but my husband is afraid after the baby I'll relapse if I get postpartum. So, just so you know, girl, I got postpartum depression really, really bad, and I relapsed. I got sober after giving birth to my son, and my postpartum was kicking my ass, and I didn't get treatment, and I relapsed. So what you need to do is you need to be prepared. After you have your baby, set a doctor's appointment for like a week after you have your baby and have a checkup. Then after a couple weeks, go back for another checkup. And if you're having depression, talk to your doctor about it. Let them know. What my doctor did is she prescribed me Lexapro, and that really helped me. Hey, Kinda NBA, I'm glad I could help you, honey. I'm glad I could help you. So, we're not going to let people that are toxic. Hey, Audrey. We're not going to let people that are toxic and negative bring us down. Okay, you guys, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to rise above it. And like I said, I know it can be hard, but you have to look at this person as a sick person. Okay, when somebody is unkind to you, when somebody's attacking you, when somebody's leaving comments on your TikTok account telling you you're a piece of shit and they want you to die, I'm telling you, that person, they want to die. They are hurting on the inside. So you have to have the same compassion and patience and love and tolerance that you would have for a person that was sick and dying of cancer. Okay? That's what you have to do. And I promise you, if you do that, you'll wind up on top. Okay? I promise you, they won't be able to drag you down. Been clean since July 2017. Hell yeah, girl. Congratulations. Hey, Miss Cartel, what's up? I've been on opioids for 10 years. I don't know how to get off of them. My body literally feels... Okay, so Miss Cartel, I've stopped. I've owned up to it all. Oh my God. I'm so proud of you, Doug. Congratulations. If you're on opiates and you want to get off opiates and you're struggling, you have a bunch of different options. You can go to detox and then go to residential treatment. Okay. You can get on a medication-assisted treatment program. You can get into some kind of recovery program like AA or NA. But to get off of the medication, like a detox or a medication-assisted treatment program would be a great idea. That's awesome, girl. Yeah, that methamphetamine ain't no joke, huh? Different strokes for different folks. Been clean off H. Yeah, congratulations, Dane. Good job. So if you want to go cold turkey, you're more than welcome to go cold turkey. I just know a lot of people struggle, going cold turkey, and they try and then they go back and they try. So you got to try what works for you, cold turkey, detox, rehab, medication-assisted treatment, different 12-step programs, all those things, okay? I'm afraid I will be looked at differently because I'm prescribed my drug of choice. But hey, Miss Cartel, girl, do you know how many of us started with being prescribed our drug of choice? It does not matter, okay? It does not matter. Nobody is going to judge you, okay? Nobody's going to judge you, but you need to be honest, all right? Think about it. If you're struggling with your opiates right now, eventually you're going to get to a point where they're not enough, and you're overtaking them to the point where you run out. And self recovery. I forget. So, or you can do the online recovery program that I'm doing, which is self recovery. Self recovery is an online recovery treatment program that you do from the comfort of your own home with a board certified psychiatrist, Dr. Hockman. If you want to check it out, the link is in my bio, and I'm doing it too. So message me if you do, and I will add you to our chat group. Yes, awesome, Doug. I'm so proud of you. You guys, honesty is the best policy. I've ever talked about this too, and you have made me feel really like this. Really, it's okay. Listen to me. I'm telling you, Miss Cartel, it's okay. It is absolutely possible. I am telling you 100% without a doubt. And you know what, sis? If you're struggling and you want to get off, you don't have to tell your doctor that you're struggling with addiction. You can go to your pain management doctor and just tell them that you want to taper off and have them work with you and taper you down. If you don't think that you can do that, and because here's the thing, I couldn't taper, all right? I have no self-control. And so I had to go into detox to get off of everything because I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Yes, I've seen the movie 4 Good Days. So if you want to send me a DM, Miss Cartel, send me a DM and we can, put our heads together and I'll help you and we'll think of a way and then we'll knock it out. And honey, I ain't even lying to you. You're going to get off opiates and you are going to struggle. You're going to cry. You're going to be depressed. You're going to have anxiety. But that's okay because we're going to get through it and you're not going to be alone. I'm currently creating a wellness recovery program for a local nonprofit launching next year. Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate you so much. I wish I could talk with you about this through my steps. Yeah, just send me a DM. You can help. I'll talk to you in the DMs, okay? And just so you guys know, the 1-800 number in my bio, it comes straight to my cell phone. So if you're really struggling and you need to ask how to get treatment or help, you can call me and I answer that phone line. Just so you guys know. I love your story and your motivation for me. Hey, 94 days. Hey, Missy, thank you. So when I came off of everything, I want to be honest with you guys. When I came off everything, I was in detox, okay? And then I went into rehab. While I was in rehab, I guess I could tell you, do you guys want to hear a story time or no? I'll let you guys decide. If you want to hear a story time, let me know and I'll share with you guys how I came off of the drugs I was on. And all the drugs that I was on because it was no joke. Okay, cool. Here we go. So I started my drug addiction, you guys, at 17. And really quickly, I became addicted to multiple substances, right? I'm a poly addict, poly substance abuser. I really love the effects of stimulants and I really love the effects of downers, right? So I couldn't choose. I just liked both of them. So I would do them interchangeably, back to back sometimes. Sometimes I would use methamphetamine to wake up from being on too many Roxys. Sometimes I would use Roxys to try and come down from methamphetamine and back and forth. So my body was like this. Psh, psh, I was up and down. I was very erratic. I was very emotional. I was very just like scared, skeezed out. My hair was falling out. And I was like 120, 110 pounds. It was bad. So when in 2015, when Child Protective Services came to my house, my friend Tara called CPS on me. They asked me... when they asked me, what all I was abusing, and they gave me a drug test, and I failed it for opiates and benzos. I didn't have methamphetamine in my system at the time. Thank God. Here in Arkansas, if you fail for methamphetamine, like they just treat it's bad. They take your child right away. So they didn't take my son right away. They took him the next day. They came back and took him. But they gave me the idea that they were going to put a protection plan in place. So I thought they weren't going to take him because they said, since you didn't fail for meth, you and your husband, as long as you get into treatment and you have support, we will let you keep your son. Shelby, absolutely, I was mad. And yes, I'm going to tell you guys about Tara because she just called me last night. So Tara is the girl who called CPS on me. I was so hurt, you guys. I was so hurt because me and her, we used drugs together. Okay? Me and her used to live together. We shot meth. We did opiates. We did everything together. Okay? And see, she called them because she was angry at me, not because she was trying to help me. Okay? Stay with us and listen to the story and you'll love it. Okay? And that will help you to stay sober. So if you sit with us, then you're not going to go out and get high. Okay? Okay, guys. So I was hurt when that happened, you guys. I was really hurt because I trusted her and I never thought she would do that to me. But what she did, calling CPS on me, it ended up saving my life. Okay? It ended up saving my life, and I'm grateful that it happened, but I'm not grateful to her because she did it out of spite, you know? So she called me last night. Let me tell you what happened. She called me last night, you guys, and she told me that she has pancreatic cancer. Now, let me just explain something to you guys. For the last 3 years, she's been getting high on methamphetamine. And she'll call me and like tell me these like outlandish stories. And then, you know, I'll try to reach out to her to see if she's okay. And then I won't hear anything from her. And so, I don't know what to believe. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm doing is I texted her today and I'm waiting for her to text me back. But if she's really, you know, has cancer, then I want to try to support her and be there for her. But she is the kind of person that has like lied about these things in the past, you know. She's told me this several times before. And so I just want to make sure, because she'll get really high and then she'll start over exaggerating, seeing people that aren't there and are not, or seeing people that are, Aiden, I can't stop you, sweetheart. So if you guys think this is funny, I know a lot of you are coming in here and trying to troll. It's not funny. This is a recovery live stream, and all you're doing is blocking up the flow with being funny. It's not funny, okay? I don't know how old you guys are, if you're 12 or 13 or whatever, but I can't stop you from relapsing. If you come in here and you're saying, I want to relapse, the only thing I can do is encourage you not to, and encourage you to come in here and hang out with us and listen to the stories. Okay? It's not a joke. And if you think it's funny, you need to leave. We don't want you here. All right? Okay. So back to the story time, okay? So that's what happened with Tara. So she called CPS on me, you guys, and Child Protective Services. They told me, you know what? You're going to be able to keep your son. You just need to go to rehab. Your husband needs to get treatment. He also needs to keep his job and do like some kind of outpatient treatment, right? And so I was like, okay. So they came back the next day and they were like, no, we're taking him. All right. So you guys see the relationship I have with my son. Like, he's my everything. And so I have to be honest with you guys. When I was in my active addiction, I was bad in my active addiction. I don't want to make excuses, but I made sure that my son was safe. My mother and father-in-law lived with us at the time, and I would leave my son with my mother and father-in-law. Okay, so I tried really hard to make sure that I wasn't like not taking care of my son. Like, I fed him. I did everything I could do to be a good parent while I was high. Okay, but I was high nonetheless, and that's not good, right? So they ended up coming the next day and telling me that they were going to take him. And so I had to pack up his bags. This was the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole entire life, was packing my son a bag and not knowing how long he was going to be gone, not knowing whose house he was going to go to, not knowing where I was going to go. At that time, I didn't even know if I had a treatment center that would take me. And so I packed his bags up, and me and my mother and father-in-law had to drive down to the CPS office and hand him to somebody. Just like that, hand him to somebody. And so that's what we did. And when we got there, I looked at that person and I said, please, somebody take me to detox. I had called a detox center here in Arkansas, and they had accepted me. They told me, you can come. All you have to do is pay us $100 because your insurance will pay the rest. So the CPS caseworker got me, and they took me to detox. You guys, I'll tell you, when I got to detox, I was scared out of my mind. I was scared more about losing my son than going through any kind of detox. I was scared about where my child was and if he was going to be okay. They detoxed me with Suboxone. When I first got there, they gave me 1 Suboxone. The second day, they gave me half of one. The third day, they gave me a quarter. The fourth day, they gave me nothing. The fifth day, they gave me nothing. And on the fifth day, they were going to kick me out because it was time to go. And the fifth day was a Sunday. And I was like, dude, y'all cannot kick me out on a Sunday. I need to stay here until Monday so I can go to treatment. I had found a treatment center that would take me. And here's the thing, you guys. I'm telling you guys this because CPS didn't do shit for me. They didn't find me a treatment center. I worked my ass off to make sure I got into treatment. So they let me stay one more day, and then I went into treatment on that Monday. You guys, I went into treatment and I was wanting to stay sober, okay? I wanted to change my life. I knew I was fucking up. I didn't want to lose my son. I had all these different things I had to do. My husband had to take me to court. I had to go. It was like I was leaving the treatment center like twice a day for the first week. And guess what happened? I relapsed and I took Xanax. And I was going back to the treatment center and I was falling asleep sitting down, and they knew something was going on, but they couldn't catch me because I came there with Xanax in my system. So they were like, well, we can't kick her out. So one day they finally caught me red-handed when my husband was driving up to the treatment center, and he dropped off a bag of Xanax outside the treatment center underneath a rock. And when we pulled up, he was pulling out. And that's how they caught me. But you know what? I thank God they caught me, because that changed my perspective. They had me in the office the next morning and we sat down. They called my caseworker. They called the owner of the treatment center, and they were like, you're lucky we don't kick you out. And we don't even know if we're not going to kick you out. Do you know they had me sitting on pins and needles for the next 2 weeks on whether or not I was going to get kicked out or not. But obviously, they didn't kick me out, and I ended up graduating the program with 2 weeks sober off everything. Now, when I got out, my husband picked me up, and he had gotten on Suboxone. And I had heard so many horrible things about Suboxone, like, why did you do that? Da-da-da-da-da, you know? Well, 3 or 4 days went by, and then the reality of what was going on hit me, and I was anxious, and I was fiending, and I was depressed. And so that's when I went to the doctor, and I seen my psychiatrist, and I got on MAT too. Okay? I got on MAT, and now I'm tapered down from 12 milligrams all the way down to 1 milligram. And I share my journey tapering to help others, because I know some of you guys might be tapering. But now that I'm down to 1 milligram, it's like the last little bit, you know. Anytime I'm going to go down to 0.5 soon, and then I'm going to be able to jump, and then I'm going to be able to share that journey with you guys. Hey, Amber. I'm excited to share it with you guys. I'm a little nervous to do it because I'm afraid, because I've been on it this whole time, but it saved my life. I haven't relapsed. I haven't used any illegal drugs, and that's a miracle for me, because I went from shooting drugs every single day. The main thing that I did, you've accepted your lifer. Yeah, I left you a message for you. Oh, thanks, Trisha. I'll tell you this right now. Like, I'm kind of like teeter-tottering between maybe I'm a lifer, maybe I'm not. We're going to see. But I'll tell you guys this. I got on MAT and I got busy working on me. I started going to treatment, or started going to meetings. I started working with a sponsor. I started working with others and doing meetings on Facebook and here on YouTube and TikTok. I worked my butt off, and I got invested and involved in recovery. I know that you guys might think, oh my God, Nicole, this is so lame, so boring. But I had spent so many years getting high that I had ruined everything in my life. I had no credit. I didn't have a car. I didn't have my own place to live. I didn't have custody of my son. Like, I had nothing, you know? And so sobriety saved my life. This is what I had to do so I could have a life. You know, getting sober gave me my life back. So do you always have to find a sponsor through AA? No. You know what I'm saying? This is what I tell people. Hey, Lennon, you're addicted to Percocet? Well, it depends on what you want to do, okay? There's options now. Back in my day, the only option was you go to treatment and you work the 12 steps. Medication-assisted treatment. Okay, but now there's options. Because, see, addiction is a disease of the... It's a disease of the brain. It centers in our mind. How many of you guys were here the other day when we talked about the disease and how it works in the brain? Okay, when a person who has the disease of addiction takes drugs and alcohol into their body, it sets off a phenomenon of craving. Okay, and that craving is like nothing you've ever experienced before. Okay, and it sets that craving off, and then you need more and more to fuel it, right? Now that we have, now that we have learned that there's not just the 12 steps in rehab, now we know there's other options. So you have options. You can do detox and rehab. You can do outpatient treatment. You can do medication-assisted treatment. You can do meetings and therapy. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. I will tell you this. I wish I had tried to get sober. I wish I had tried medication-assisted treatment sooner, because I went in and out of treatment 6 times. Okay, I did a stint in prison, and I had been in and out of sober livings in different AA and NA meetings. The reason why I didn't do MAT is because I was ashamed and because of the stigma. I wish I had done it sooner, because if I had done it sooner, I would have been sober sooner. I needed more than the 12 steps and meetings and therapy and rehab. I needed more, okay? I had to do more for myself, yeah, we can't stop. I'm going down to 8 million. Good job, Candy. I'm proud of you. Yeah. So, you guys, we can't just stop taking our medication, okay? If we stop taking it, then that would not be a good thing, okay? Then we'll be sick. But here's the thing, you guys. Like, when you come in here and you ask me, like, what would I suggest? I want to tell you guys, like, I'm just sharing with you guys what worked for me, okay? You need to understand something. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an addiction specialist. I'm not any of those things, okay? I'm just a person in recovery sharing my experience with you. Husband just relapsed again last month, and then he finally decided to get on subs. Oh, why did he get attacked? Why did he get attacked, Viking Mother? Well, Viking Mother, that person was obviously not a good friend. You know what I mean? And so here's the thing. We have got to stop. We're fixing to like morph into another part that we're going to talk about now. We have got to stop judging people who are utilizing medication-assisted treatment. Medication-assisted treatment, you guys, is the gold standard for opioid addiction. Do you understand that? If these other programs like rehab and 12 steps, if they worked so well, people would not be relapsing on opiates. There was a problem. People were not getting and staying sober, so they needed something more. Okay? If addiction is if addiction is a disease and it centers in our mind, just like our mental health, because it is a disorder, a mental health disease. Addiction is a mental health disorder, okay? And we take medication for our mental health. Why can't we take medication for our addiction? Okay? That's what I'm trying to help people to understand, all right? Utilizing medication to help treat our addiction, that we should have been doing this all along. All along. There should be absolutely no shame in doing this at all. Okay? The creator of the 12 Steps, Bill Wilson, he used to do sedatives and psychedelics. And you guys, medication helps save people's life. There is no shame in utilizing medication to treat your disease. Okay? I don't know any other disease that people get shamed for taking medication that treats that disease. Do y'all? I don't know. I don't know any other disease. But over here on, in recovery, we do. subs, and I'm glad that I did it. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Betty. And so Amber says they call Matt a crutch. Let's talk about that, okay? So anything can be called a crutch, okay? Then AA's a crutch, right? So here's the thing with medication-assisted treatment, all right? So we all know that there's a difference between addiction and dependence, right? You guys, who are you? I don't know who you are, game girl. I don't know who you are. So if you came in here and you were talking crazy, that's probably why you got blocked. So there's a difference between addiction and dependency, okay, guys? A lot of people don't understand that taking a medication as prescribed, that's dependency, okay? Addiction comes with negative consequences and behaviors, all right? So let's get that totally understand, right? That's what's going on. So next line of business. I like to talk, this is what Suboxone is to me, okay? I want you to imagine that you just broke your leg completely in half, okay? And you got to go to the doctor, and of course they got to reset it, and then they put it in a cast, okay? And that cast holds it together until you can walk on it again, all right? Well, you're not going to just get the cast taken off and start running a marathon, right? You're probably going to have some kind of physical therapy to help you to get that leg stronger. I like to think of medication-assisted treatment as our therapy that's helping us stay stronger, okay? I believe that there are people who need to be on medication for the rest of their lives. You guys, a lot of us did major brain damage to our minds, okay? A lot of us hurt ourselves to a point where our brains might never go back to the way they were before we used drugs. I'm working really hard on healing my brain, okay? The way I do that is by, like I told you guys, meditation, making good decisions and good choices, helping others, staying away from drugs and alcohol. And every time I do something good and I help somebody else, those neurotransmitters in my brain are building, right? And just so you guys know, like, I'm getting trolled by a bunch of people because of a video I made. If you guys don't know what's going on, I made a video talking about there was a young lady that came into our live last night, and she said, I have heroin being delivered to my house and I'm going to relapse. I made a video talking about that last night, and I said at the beginning of my video, H is on its way to my house and I'm going to relapse. Then I came and I said, don't worry you guys, not me, but that was what was said to us in our live stream last night. What do you do when somebody comes into your live stream and tells you they're going to relapse? Okay? And I shared with everybody, what we try to do is we try to help that person and be there to support them and let them know that they're not alone. Okay? What's happening right now is I'm being mass trolled by people that are coming in here and saying, I'm going to relapse. And so what they're actually doing is they're actually hurting people that really are struggling, that really do want to use. Because they're clogging up the feed saying they're going to relapse, and it's a joke. And that's taking away from somebody that could come in here that really does need help. And so all they're doing is creating chaos and drama and trying to harm others. And a girl on here on TikTok made a video about me. Everybody knows who she is. I'm sure you guys saw it. She made a video. She clipped the first part of my video, and then she went on a rant talking shit about me. This girl has been harassing me and bullying me and stalking me for almost a year now. Almost a year. And I have asked her over and over again to please stop. And she will not leave me alone. So that's what's going on, just so you guys know. Anybody that thinks it's funny to come in here and joke about relapsing, you're sick. And like I said, you're actually causing a problem because there's actually people in here that actually want to get help, that actually need support. Absolutely. And here's the thing, you guys, like, I have tried my hardest to pray for her, be kind to her, ignore her, just like I told you guys. I will not stoop to her level. I will not do this. Okay? I won't do it. I won't do it. But I'm just letting you guys know. That's what happened. All right? It's not a joke, you guys. It's not a joke. And you think it's funny to come in here and joke about relapsing, then you're wrong. I've worked really hard to build this account and help other people. I'm authentic. I'm honest. I'm consistent. Okay? What I do here, I do it every night. I don't fail anybody. I come here, I bring you support, I bring you an entertaining show, and I bring you camaraderie and a tribe of people that you can connect with. Okay? That's awesome, Molly. Congratulations. I'll send you some info for the lady that needs the help with her child. Thank you so much, Cinnamon. No, she's not getting the best of me. I'm living in her head rent-free. I'm not the one making video after video about this girl. What video are you talking about, sweetheart? It's okay. What video are you talking about? Like, what video are y'all asking is real? Like, a video about somebody coming in and saying they were going to relapse? Of course it's real. It happened last night. And we were all here in the chat, and we all tried to help her and rally around her. Absolutely, that happened. She came in. She said that her drug dealer was on his way to deliver heroin to her, and we were all there to help her. Now, I don't know, like, what do you mean, is it real? Like, what do you mean, is it real? Like, I'm sharing something that, like, how can it be fake? You know, like, I don't understand, like, why would it be fake? Jay Murdoch, I'm not going to say her name in the chat. You can DM me and I'll tell you, but I'm not going to say it here because I don't want a bunch of people going over there. You know? You guys don't know, a lot of you guys don't know me, and you need to get to know me, okay? My name's Nicole. I've been sober for 6 years. I started my YouTube social media accounts in 2017, and I have been doing this ever since then full time. Okay? I have almost 9,000 people on my YouTube channel. I have this TikTok account. I have my Instagram account, and I have my Facebook account where I have a Real Talk Recovery Facebook group and Facebook Messenger chat. Okay? I work for a doctor who is an addiction specialist named Dr. B here on TikTok. I also work for a marketing company doing social media marketing. I help people build their social media accounts. That's what I do for a living. The 1-800 number in my bio is my job, American Addiction Institute of Mind and Medicine. I've worked there for almost 2 years now. I help people that are looking for medication-assisted treatment, that are looking for outpatient treatment, that are looking for wound care, that are looking for harm reduction. I help people. I answer the phones for all 3 of Dr. B's phone lines. I also handle his social media, his emails, and his messages. I've been doing that for the last 2 years. Before that, I worked for free on my YouTube channel making content about addiction and recovery. And I did it for free for 3 years. Okay? So, I have been doing this for a while now. I didn't just come on TikTok and start doing this. It's not like I just started doing this. Okay, I've been doing this. All right? I help people because I love helping others. Because it makes me happy to see other people get sober and change their lives. I don't make things up to post here on my account, okay? I don't make up videos and lie about things. I share truth. I open up myself to a lot of judgment and ridicule because I openly share about my struggles with addiction while I was pregnant. Medication-assisted treatment. I share the honest truth because I want to help other women and men who are out there struggling. I don't make videos about other people. I don't demean other people. I don't troll other people, okay? I spend my time helping others. That's what I do here. So if you're somebody who's just scrolling by and you're coming to troll, take a chance and listen to what's going on here, okay? We're not here just bullshitting, okay? We're not here just bullshitting. We're here actually trying to help each other stay sober, all right? If you want to help and you want to be a part of this and you want to stay sober or you're struggling with addiction, I would love for you to stay here, okay? I would love for you to stay here. But you guys really need to take it back a notch and realize, like, that you just can't come in here talking like anyway. And listen to me, whoever this girl is, play that funky music, girl. Where did you come from? Like, hold on a second. What you're going to realize real fast is that I do what I want to do. This is my account, okay? I'm sharing with people what's going on. And so if you don't want to be here, you can step out, okay? So, anyways, thank you, Diana. Back to the subject at hand. I do want to share something with you guys. So that's what is going on. That's a little bit about who I am. For anybody that has any questions, if you want help with your social media or your TikTok and you don't know how to do it, you can message me and I will help you. Thank you, Diana. I'll help you get started and point you in the right direction. If you need help looking for treatment, you can text me or call me or message me and I will help you. So I wanted to show you guys this. Christy Raptor Shark, I think her name is, she made this for me. And it's a keychain with my 6 years and a little coin. And I thought it was so cute. So I just wanted to show you guys, if you guys want one, reach out to her or DM me and I'll send you guys her and you guys can get one too. So I thought it was really cute. It's okay. Good job. Thank you, Juicy Watermelon. You guys, like when I'm going through something and somebody's like doing something, I want y'all to know what's going on. I have spent the last, 4 days, and we have been doing, we've been having guest speakers on. I've been doing recovery videos here, but like somebody is trying to mess with me and there's like no reason to do that. Like I'm just trying to help people here. Hey, K Michelle, hey girl. How can a parent, thank you for asking questions, get someone help that is in prison and needs help understanding? Okay, so do they need help with addiction and they're in prison, Ghost City? Thank you, Cinnamon. I am not in all your lives, but I see your videos. Thank you, Juicy. I appreciate you. Hey, Christine. Thank you. Okay, so Ghost of the City. So you got a loved one that's in prison and they're struggling with addiction. That's a great question. Okay, so there's programs in the prison that they can actually do that that help them with addiction, okay? So if they're struggling with addiction, this is what I would do. I would have them reach out to the warden or to a higher up in the prison, so that and write to them and let them know that they're struggling with addiction. They want to get sober, and they'll help them get sober in the prison. Like there's programs for them to do that. There's also in California, they actually do MAT treatment in the prison. So like there's options. The first step though is admitting that there's a problem. Now, getting high in prison is super dangerous, okay? It's super dangerous because they're bringing in whatever they can get their hands on. A lot of it is K2. A lot of it is fentanyl. And so I know people that have had seizures and died on K2 in prison. So I would have him reach out to somebody in the prison that's higher up and ask them if they can get him some help, you know, because that's the best place to do it. He's property of the state right now. Why not get the help on them? Have them pay for it. How do you get help while pregnant? Okay, while pregnant, so here's the thing. I was pregnant and addicted, and I didn't get help. And I want to share with you guys about that, okay? So this is probably one of the hardest things for me to share about, because I have a lot of shame around it. I wish I had gotten help. If you're pregnant and you're addicted, the best thing you need to do is you need to go to your OBGYN. You know what? No, I wouldn't even do that. I would absolutely 100%, I would go online and I would find some treatment centers or a MAT treatment program. And I would get into that MAT treatment program. Here's the thing. When you're on opiates, a lot of the times it's too dangerous. It's dangerous for you to come off of those while you're pregnant. So if you're on opiates, what you need to do is you need to get into a MAT treatment program. So that way your baby will be safe. And that will be better and protect them. Because coming off of the opiates and going through the withdrawal is dangerous, and your baby could die. You could put your baby in danger. Okay? So, if it's opiates, that's what I would do. Okay? They won't do MAT for you. Well, if you're on opiates and you're pregnant, and you're in the United States, they will. You just have to go into a MAT treatment program, and that treats you have absolutely 100%. They will do it. You have to do it. They're not going to leave you on heroin, because it could kill you, and it could kill your baby. So if one place told you no, that's absolutely ludicrous, and you need to go to another big place. Every MAT program has a pregnancy part where only, like at my MAT program, there's a whole program for just pregnant women. So you have to make the initiative, and you have to go and get the help. That's what I would do. I would look up Suboxone treatment programs in your area, and I would call them, and I would make an appointment and go. Yeah, because here's the thing, you guys. It's a pregnant woman coming off of heroin, they're pregnant, it can kill your baby. So if you're in PA, there's other people in PA who have gotten MAT. So you can get MAT while pregnant. Okay? Okay, if it's not opioids, then of course they're not going to treat it with MAT. If it's alcohol or benzos, if it's alcohol or benzos, you would have to go into inpatient, okay? And while you're on benzos, they won't take you off of them, I don't think. I think what they would do is monitor you and give them to you, in a healthy way. So that way you would be safe. If it's methamphetamine, then you can go to detox and come off of that, safely. Yeah, okay, methamphetamine. That's why there's no MAT for it, because it's meth. Okay, with methamphetamine, what you need to do is you need to get off of it. I'm just telling you right now, because this is why I was scared. I was on methamphetamine when I was pregnant. Okay, I was on methamphetamine when I was pregnant. I should have went and gotten help. I should have went and put myself into rehab right away, but I didn't. And I gave birth to my son under the influence. They could have taken him away that day. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to get into treatment. Why don't you look around and find a place that takes women and children, so that way after you have your baby, you can move into one of the sober houses and have your baby there. If you're does anybody in PA know a place that would take a pregnant woman that's on methamphetamine? Is anybody in here that can help her out? Hey, what's up, Rory? I see you. Hey, Britt. Yeah, there's no MAT for a methamphetamine. That's why, honey. I thought you were on opiates. Sorry about that. I'm like, yes, they will. Yes, they will. Now, I'll tell you this. Now, since I've had my son, there is this new thing that they're doing for some people that are on methamphetamine, and it's Wellbutrin and naltrexone. But I don't know. I take Wellbutrin for depression, so I'm not sure how it works for, methamphetamine addiction, but I've heard some people say it works good. So how do you stay clean? How do you stay clean? You guys, to stay clean, you have to have supportive resources, okay? You have to have supportive, it just helps us. Okay, yeah. You have to have supportive resources. If you're trying to stay clean on your own without any help, that's like damn near impossible. I want y'all to think about something. Your best thinking got you here, right? 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I go live. We got ourselves into the situation, so we're probably not going to be the best person to, help ourselves stay sober, right? So we have to have other people that we can reach out to and that we can connect with, okay? And that's how you stay sober, all right? Fellowshipping with other people that are in recovery, also, you guys, 100% therapy. Also, sponsorship, working with another person that has been sober longer than you have, that can give you encouragement, that can let you know that you're not alone, that can help you on your journey. That helped me so freaking much. And that's how you do it. You take it one day at a time. You don't look into the future. A lot of us, you know what we try to do, you guys? We start doing this. We look all the way out into the future and we think, I'm never going to make it to 6 months sober. I'm never going to make it a week sober. I'm never going to make it 2 months sober. And when you're looking at it like that, it can seem unobtainable, right? That's why you have to just focus on today. Today is the only day that we got to worry about. And you know what? Today's almost over. We only got a couple more hours left. And then we will have this day accomplished, Get yourself a planner. I love planners, okay? And every day, write down what you're going to do. You need to schedule your day, okay? I was talking to Nikki about this the other day. You need to schedule your day because idle hands are the devil's playground, all right? So schedule your day. That way you're not just like not doing anything, right? When you're just like walking around, a little blowing in the wind, anybody can call you, the dope man can call you. When you have your day scheduled and you have commitments and you're going to stick to them, that makes it easier to stay sober, Yes, absolutely. Sometimes we have to do it 1 hour at a time. Sometimes we got to do it like a 1 minute at a time, Incorporating the positive thinking I was telling you guys about, that also helps a lot. Gratitude is like the most amazing thing in the world. And I know it might seem lame, but just being grateful for the things that we have, being grateful that you have a house to live in, Started my subs today. Hey, that's what's up, Chels. Good job. Eat and drink water, and I know, yes, and you get your sleep. That's right. Because we have to get balanced, okay? How old am I? You're guessing 27? Me? Are y'all talking to me? We have treated our bodies so badly for so long, right? And now our bodies are trying to heal. So taking our vitamins, drinking water, getting plenty of sleep, taking a walk, once a day, that's good for us. That's going to help us, that's helping us work towards our goal of sobriety. Hey, Nate, how you doing, hon? So I'm 39, just so you guys know. I'm 39. I wish I was 27. I didn't get sober until I was like 33. Yes. You guys, whenever Nate, when I first got Nate back, I remember I was so overwhelmed, How do I help someone get sober? We tried every rehab and nothing works, and it's just so sad. Hey, Jelena, what drug is the person abusing? We can't make anybody get sober, okay? The only thing that we can do is be of service to that person, is help them and encourage them to make changes in their life. If they've tried rehab after rehab after rehab, thank you so much. I appreciate that compliment. If you've tried every rehab over and over again, then they might need to try something different. I was the same way. I kept doing rehab, and I needed more than that. And so that's why I got on Suboxone. And so they might be like me and need something different. You know, I wish that I had tried MAT sooner, because it really did save my life, you guys. But yeah, I hope that they find, help. Maybe they need to talk to somebody who has struggled with addiction too. If you want to, reach out to me and I'll call them. And just so you guys know, I'm serious. If you have a loved one who's struggling with addiction, and you want me to talk to them, you can call me and I will give them a call and try to help them. What for? What are you thanking me for? That's right. Hug a tree, baby. Yeah, I will call them and I will try to talk to them and see if I can give them any help or just encourage them, to make changes. Oh, who's this? Who's the naturalist? He wanted to come up and I didn't see him. Sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore you.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Nothing. I just like to say a few things.
Okay.
About addiction and mental health, and then I'm gone.
Okay.
But you got to dive deep within yourself. I worked at 12 program, right? Went to AA, went to NA. It didn't work for me. And now I look back at it. If I would have dived within myself, and that is all the trauma, right? I'm dealing with it. It's not anybody else's trauma. It's my trauma. So once you dive within yourself, everything will come to you. Sometimes you got to hug a tree, because that's hugging yourself. That moon out there, that star out there, that moon and that star out there, it's shining for us, you, me. And that's all I got to say. Hey, I love you guys.
We love you too, man. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate you.
No problem.
For real.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome. What's your name?
Adam.
Adam, thank you, man. You can come up anytime. I appreciate you coming up and talking. Thank you so much. Just so you guys know, if you want to come up and share, you can come up and share, okay? Because I'm almost 6 months sober and I feel I did it with your support. Aw, you're real. Britt, anytime, girl. Sure, Kay, I can help your friend. Just send me a message. Hey, Ashley, what's up, girl? Yeah, if you guys can, it shows you a little button. You can come up and share a little bit if you guys want to. That's what we'll do now. If anybody wants to come up and share, anything about recovery, or if you're struggling and you want to talk about something, you're more than welcome to come up here and share. I love that. I love that. I will help anybody that needs help. If you reach out to me in the DMs, I will do the best I can to help you any way I can. I check my DMs every day, so. Damn, what's going on here, you guys? Am I on the FYP again or something? Sorry, I just, it's been wild the last 2 nights that I've gone live. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just don't know what's going on. But I think that I should probably stay on here and take advantage of it, right? What's up, Jules? Hold on, girl. Let me get out of here. I'm going in my kitchen now. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm hungry. Oh, I was on the FYP. Is that what happened? Okay. That's what happened last night, too, y'all. Okay. Jules, I saw your message on here that you had been struggling the last couple days. And, girl, I'm so proud of you for not going out. You know what I mean? Listen to me, you guys. If you're struggling and you're thinking about, going back out and you've been sober before, please rethink it. It's not worth it. Oh, you haven't. That's cool. I'm so glad you guys are here. I know, sometimes, life gets hard. And like I was telling you guys earlier, I'm dealing with, people on the internet hating me and making videos about me, and it gets stressful some days, But I'm telling you guys, it's not worth it. You know, don't throw away your sobriety that you've worked so hard for, okay? I'll be here to support you. All right, I'm not going to, I wonder if my husband got me any yogurt. I don't see any. I always like having my yogurt in the evening. Damn, man, that sucks. Oh, well. What can I have? A little quesadilla or something? Well, really? I want to help you guys as much as I can. Sometimes I feel, I know what I'll have. I'll have a little bagel. Yeah. And thank you to all my moderators, dude, that have been in here helping me with the chat. Like, I really, really appreciate it. So, let me see what's going on. Thank you for sharing, y'all. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, guys. It's been a rough effing week. Stay strong. Thank you, Betty. I'm glad I could help. Has made it her personal mission to destroy my business. Oh, no. Really? Well, God put y'all in my life, too. That's how I feel about that. Medication-assisted treatment. That's what Matt is. Have me everything bagel, you guys. I feel like, you know, we're all find each other for a reason. That's right. We use drugs to not feel. That's exactly right. We use drugs so that we don't have to feel. That's so true. I didn't realize that, you know, until I had been sober for a little while, and then I realized that I was trying to escape. I was just, how do I explain this? Like, because I grew up, when I was younger, you guys, I mean, I had a good family. I had a pretty good life, you know. What happened? Why do you have to call the cops? I just was really depressed, and I just felt like I didn't love myself. I was hurting on the inside, you guys. Oh, baby. I was in a domestic violence relationship for like 5 years, and he beat me so bad. I peed on myself one time. He knocked me out like you would in a boxing match. My head was so swollen. I showed up at my mom and dad's house, and my mom didn't recognize me. My head was swollen like an alien head. So I've been there. I should probably talk a little bit more about that on my account, but sometimes I don't realize that some of you guys like don't even know everything, my whole story. So I probably need to tell more of it, but I'm praying for you, girl, and I'm glad you got a restraining order, because listen, that's what you got to do. You need to have some people. Do you have any people that can be around you that you can have just to not be alone? Because let me share a story with you guys. A lot of you guys haven't heard this story. Back in March, when I went to California, a girl called my phone that needed help, and she was a sex worker. Okay. She had a pimp, and she was young, like 25 or something. She had a pimp, and she lived in West Virginia, and she needed treatment. Well, I was trying to help her get treatment. I got her signed up, and she went to Tennessee to go to this treatment center, and her pimp found out and followed her there, and she didn't know. When she got there, she was in her hotel room, and then he banged on the door, and she looked through the peephole, and it was him. Okay? He had followed her to Tennessee because he didn't want her to get sober. Because if she got sober, then he wouldn't be able to make money off her anymore, because she had to bring him home $1,500 every day. If she didn't bring him home $1,500, she had to go back out on the track until she made him the $1,500, or she would get her ass beat. He was supplying her with meth and heroin and all that, And so their relationship was very, very toxic. She would tell me, she didn't think she could live without him. He had her brainwashed. Okay. Well, he followed her all the way to Tennessee from Virginia. She calls the cops. The cops do nothing. But he leaves and she thinks he's gone. She goes to dinner that night and she walks out of the restaurant with her friend and he punches her in the face. And she has what is known as a silent stroke. Well, that's when they decided to take him to jail. So now he's in jail. She goes to the treatment center in Tennessee, but ends up leaving because they didn't have medical treatment, so she was just cold turkey detoxing. Well, she goes back to West Virginia, and we found her a Suboxone treatment program to go into. The next day, our friend Hannah, her best friend, called her and was trying to get a hold of her. She wouldn't answer the phone. So Hannah left her job and drove to the house, and Rachel had overdosed. Hannah hit her with a Narcan, and the ambulance came, and she was intubated. And she was brain dead. She was brain dead. And she had no family. Her mom died of AIDS and addiction, and her dad was in prison. Her daughter, the only family she had was her daughter's grandparents. Her daughter was 4 years old. She wanted to get sober because her daughter was going to turn 5 in May. So she died. Well, Hannah found her phone and saw that the pimp had been calling her from the jail and basically threatening her and telling her that if she didn't pay him the $1,500 that she owed him, that he was going to kill her and Hannah. Well, then he called the phone and Hannah answered it, and he told Hannah, if you don't get me the $1,500, I'm going to kill you. Hannah called me and I was like, you need to go to the police. She went to the police and I said, you better not go anywhere without somebody with you. She went home that night with her mom to her mom's house, but she had to go to her house to get clothes for work the next day. She went to her house that morning at 6 a.m. and on the way out, she was shot and killed. She was shot and killed by 2 men who had like 17 pounds of methamphetamine in their car, like serious. So Hannah and Rachel both died. And that was all because of drugs and a pimp. So, and he orchestrated it all from the jail. He was in jail and had somebody do it. They had phone recording. Yes, he got charged, and so did the 2 other guys. But when it happened, I was so scared because I thought he was going to come and do it to me, The detective called me a bagel with cream cheese and jam. The detective called me the next morning or the next day, and I had to, tell him what happened and tell them what I knew, which was everything, because I talked to this girl every day. And y'all, I want you to look up the song, The Broken Ones by the Tallies, and I want you to listen to it. Because she dedicated this song to me, and after she died, I listened to it. When I tell you, I had fucking tears streaming down my face, dude. It was horrible. When I tell you, I spent a month trying to help this girl, and we became friends, No, it doesn't come out till October 13th. Are you talking about the Hulu one? Mm-hmm. He did it all from jail. The Broken Ones by the Tallies. Tally''S. October 13th, you guys, we're going to watch it live here on my TikTok. It's going to be good, too. We're going to watch it live here on TikTok. Go get you a bagel. You deserve it. It comes out October 13th, so I'll probably watch it that evening with you guys. If it comes on during the day, I'll play it during the day. Oh, Nikki, girl, don't you know we watched 4 Good Days here on my live stream, all of us together, didn't we, y'all? I had my computer set up, I had my phone on the tripod, and we watched it together. Y'all, we have a good time over here. I was crying. And then we also watched A Beautiful Boy together here on my TikTok with everybody. So we had such a good time. More story times? Have you, girl, Mama Panda, I know you ain't listened to all those story times. October 13th on Hulu. Viking Mother, I'm glad to help you, girl. You have, Mama? Okay. I'm going to have to, honestly, man, there's a lot of videos on my channel, like over 1,000. I love watching addiction movies with you guys. Sure, Nellie, what do you want to know a story about? Y'all want to know about how I went to prison? So, one time, well, let me finish this bagel and I'll tell you how I went to prison. So, when I started using drugs, I was like, I thought that I was small time, you know. I mean, I was just a user, you know. Well, I'll finish this and I'll tell you. Hey, Kimberly. Okay. How I went to prison. Okay. So. All right. So. I started hanging out with this guy named Nate. All right. I was 22 or 23, or maybe 24, and Nate cooked meth. Now let me set the tone for you. He lived in a trailer it wasn't in a trailer park, but it was all the way out near Piercy, Arkansas. Okay? And so when you would go out to his trailer and you would go down his road, there was only one way in and one way out because it was a dead end. He lived right here, and then there was a cul-de-sac. So me and Nate had went to high school together. I didn't know he turned into a dope cook. Well, I figured it out. When I tell you guys, this dude was drunk on his power. He got high just making the ice, the meth. He literally was addicted to the process. I'm not even lying to you guys. We had a whole crew of people where we would have to go out and buy boxes of matches. Okay. Pills from Walgreens. There was like 10 of us who had to get pills from Walgreens. And this is right around the time where they started IDing you. So you could only get so many boxes. Okay. So the process of doing it, he would get high on the process of doing it. He was high as hell while he was doing it. So we would get all the supplies, and then we would go back to his trailer, and we would I would be shucking matches for hours. So part of the process of making methamphetamine is using the red phosphorus from the matchbooks, which is that red strip. So we had to separate the matches from the strip, right? From the book. And so we would, and I'm talking hundreds of big boxes of matches. So after we would get done doing that, you know, I would take them over to him, and then he had to put them in like acetone or something like that. I can't really remember, but it's like a whole chemistry lesson. So anyways, I started frequenting his house a lot. Like I was staying there. I was so bad on meth that people were calling my mom and dad and telling my parents, you know, that they were worried about me because they would see me, you know, out, and I had lost so much weight. I was working, at that time, I was working, at the Days Inn, okay? I had just lost my job. Did I lose my job? Yeah, I lost my job working for the revenue office, and I was living at the Days Inn. So I'm talking, it would be just a house full of tweakers, you guys. Everybody was tweaking. And at that time, my favorite way to get high was to do hot rails. So I would just be in the living room, you know, lining up lines and doing hot rails. Well, one night I noticed that everyone was going back to the back bedroom. And then they were coming out and they were like really high. And I was like, man, what's going on back there? Okay. So I walked back there. Yeah, I was working. I walked back there and I found my friend Tammy and Nate shooting up. And I was like, oh, that's what you guys are doing. I want to do that. I want to try. And they were like, no, you don't need to do this, Nicole. You don't want to do this. And I was like, yes, I do. If you don't do it for me, I'm going to do it myself. Well, they did it for me all right. And the first time that ever happened, you guys, it was so strong, and the euphoria. Happy 4 years, Nikki. Happy 4 years. That the euphoria was so strong, you guys, that I never wanted to stop doing it. The minute I felt that feeling, I was addicted. I never wanted to stop. The moment it happened, we had a huge threesome, and then I locked myself in the bathroom and taught myself how to shoot up for like the next 16 hours. So needless to say, I was strung out on the needle. I was strung out. Hey, Kilgore, congratulations on 3 months. I was addicted. I was obsessed with it, you guys. I was obsessed. I would shoot up when I didn't even need any more. I was already really high. So, anyways, about 6 months went by. I lost everything. You know, my mom and dad kicked me out. They weren't allowing me to come stay there anymore. They had kicked me out before, but they had been letting me stay there on the premise that I worked my job at the Days Inn because they felt bad for me because I lost my job at the revenue office. So they kicked me out. And I was staying at Nate's house. Well, honey, that made the situation even worse. I met this guy named Quincy. Oh, I want a granola bar. Quincy was a black guy. He had a pacemaker. Okay, we called him Pacemaker Quincy. He was one of the only black guys that I ever knew that shot meth. Well, one night, we went over to my sister's house. And we're getting high. Hung out over there. And then the next morning, we left because we went and picked up a pack from Nate to deliver over to somebody else. Well, after we left, well, first of all, let me tell you who we delivered. We were delivering it to these girls named the Terry twins. Y'all, when I tell you these girls, they could rob you blind. First of all, they were confidential informants. And I knew that. I don't know why the fuck I was going over there, but I knew that. And I went with Quincy to deliver them that dope. Well, guess what happened? We pulled out of the driveway, didn't even make it a half mile down the road, and my car was surrounded by detectives and cop cars. They had set us up. Yep. They had set us up. I knew these girls for years. They could have set me up anytime. They wanted to set Quincy up. I was with Quincy, so what happened? I went down. The cops surrounded us, threw me out of my car, threw him out of the car, and the cop said to me, "Do you have anything in your pockets, anything sharp, anything in your purse?" I was like, no. I had a syringe loaded. He found that syringe and he got pissed. I was charged with a Class C felony, possession of methamphetamine, and we were taken to jail. On the way to the jail, Quincy told me not to worry. He would bail me out. We got there and I was able to stay in the lobby, and he gave me a cell phone, and I called every person in his cell phone until somebody came and bailed us out. They bailed us out, and I went to court like a month later, and they sentenced me to 3 years probation. I don't know why my dumb ass took probation. I should have just went to prison, for real. But I took the probation thinking I would be able to stay sober. You know, I thought I could manipulate the system somehow. Well, I couldn't do it. And I failed every drug test, y'all. When I tell you, this probation officer would make me lift my leg so she could look inside my, my punani. It was horrible. By the 6th or 7th time I failed, she goes, "I'm sending you to treatment." "Hey man, what's up?" "I'm going to send you to treatment." They tested me every month. So she sent me to treatment. I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can get sober and change. They offered to let me stay at the treatment center in El Dorado, but I wanted to come back to Hot Springs. I left treatment, came back to Hot Springs, and I relapsed. Once she found out I relapsed, you guys, she violated me. That's how I went to prison. Y'all, when I went to prison, I was so scared. I thought I was going to get there, and all these girls were going to kick my ass or something, It's not like that at all. Actually, when I got to jail, the girls were super nice. They helped me. I was in prison for a year. They helped me, you guys. They helped me, learn how to get commissary. They helped me with the phone. All day long, because the pod was open, and they would open our cells so we could come out in the pod, watch TV and stuff. We would go down to the end cell, and we would just sit there and tell story times like this all day long, laughing our asses off. We were laughing. Now, I did have to go through withdrawal. I was sick for about the first week, but I made it, and I was okay. I remember my mom and dad. I called them because I knew I was going to prison. I said, "I love y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I failed you, My mom was crying. My dad was crying. We were all crying. I failed my parents, you know. Well, they at least put money on my books and counting. After about 90 days, I went to prison. When I got to prison, I had to stay in the hole for 3 days. I was lucky, though, because they put me in the hole with a bitch like me. Her name was Nikki. And we sat there and we told stories and we laughed our asses off the whole time we were in the hole. They put you in the hole because they got to make sure you ain't got no infectious diseases and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you ain't crazy. Make sure you can go to general population, right? So, me and Nikki sat in there. When I tell you guys, this girl, she told me how she got put in prison. This bitch drove her car high through a damn church. High on methamphetamine. Can you believe that? Straight through the church, she said. She was from Clinton, Arkansas. She was a blonde-haired, chunky thing, big old dimples, funny as hell. After our 3 days in the hole, they let us go. We went to our units, right? Now, the kind of prison that I was in was a therapeutic style, like boot camp style prison. And so we were both in the same unit together. And when you get into the unit, they show you where your bed is, which is just this room or this hallway where there's just racks, right? Just bunk beds, right? I was on the top bunk, of course. And the girl that was sleeping below me, when I tell you guys, she had staph infections all over her body. All underneath her boobies, in the cracks of her, like, little rolls on her belly and everything. It was, I was like, holy shit. It was gross. But I set up myself. I had to make my bed military style every morning. Like, when they woke us up at 5 a.m., we would go to lunch or go to breakfast, get something to eat. And then we had to go to our jobs, you know. So they assign you a job. When I got there, the first job they assigned me was CWC, which is Compound Work Crew. Hey, what's up, Chris? I was out there mowing the lawn. I'm out there mowing the lawn, hustling, and one of the guards sees me and calls me over to her. I said, what's up? She said, DeMeo, I want you to come with me. And I was like, what? She's like, I want you to come with me. You're going to work in laundry. I was like, fuck yeah! Because I didn't want to work down there, out there in that motherfucking heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to work outside mowing the motherfucking lawn. So she pulled me and assigned me to laundry, and I was down in laundry the whole time I was in prison. I had to wake up every morning at like 2:45 a.m., and the guard would pick us up from our unit at 3, and we would go around to every unit and get both of their laundry bags. Now I want y'all to imagine, these laundry bags were so heavy, it took 7 girls to pick them up, because there was like a 60 to 100 girls per unit. So each of those laundry bags had like all their whites and all their colors in there, and they had to wear scrubs with like white bras, white underwear, white socks, right? And so we had to wash the whole compound's laundry every single day. We would go around and get all the units' laundry. It's like 6 in the morning, you know? 6 units at 3 in the morning. And we would go get all their laundries and then take them down to laundry and wash them. The laundry machines were so big, you could get in the dryer, you guys. We would get in the dryer, we would shut off the heat, and we would ride around in the dryer. It was so fun. It was like a roller coaster. So, yeah. Anyways, we made it work. That's what I'm trying to say. Prison wasn't awful. I mean, it was bad because I was locked up, but I made the best out of it. Now, I remember when my mom and dad came to visit for the first time. It was on a Saturday visit, and I just cried. My dad always reminds me of that. He goes, I'll never forget the day that we had to come visit you in prison, you know? And then he says how proud he is of me now that I'm sober. But I put my parents through so much, and they're such good people, you guys. My mom and dad love me so much. I hurt them, you know. I feel horrible that I put them through all that, but I'm changed now. I'm no longer doing that. So I'm going to get off here, you guys. I'm going to go lay down. I hope you guys enjoyed my little story of how I went to prison. So basically, I went to prison on a probation violation because I couldn't stay my ass sober. And I failed too many drug tests. But I've never went back since, and I never will. Hell no. I want to thank all of you guys that came out here and hung out with me. Okay? Well, we love you, Tasha. Don't even worry about that. I want you guys to know that I really appreciate your support. For those of you guys that maybe you came here to troll me, but then you listened to what I'm saying and you decided to stay, thank you for giving me a chance. I really appreciate it. I do these live streams every single night at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow night, we're going to have Lolita from Recovery Life Apparel on, if you guys want to come and listen to her story, okay? If you want to come tell your story and you have at least 1,000 followers, because you have to have 1,000 to go live, send me a message and I would love to have you as a guest, okay? You don't have to have a lot of sobriety time. You can be sober for a month. I don't care. I just want to hear your story, okay? Anybody that has 1,000 followers that can go live on TikTok can come and tell their story here with me, okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you. I love y'all. I'm here to support you guys. You know, if you've heard that, heard rumors about me or, whatever, stick here and stay. Just stay and hang out with us for one night. I promise you guys, you'll see, okay? All I'm trying to do is help people here. I'm not about, drama and chaos. I'm not about talking bad about one another. I'm not about gossip. I'm not about hurting other women. You guys, I'm about lifting women up. I'm about helping each other, okay? If you're into helping others, lifting each other up, come be a part of the Real Talk Recovery, okay? We would love to have you here. We need to think of a name for ourselves, like not the Queen team, but like Real Talk Recovery. I don't know. We should think of something. But we're all in this together, and I really, really, really support y'all's. Really appreciate y'all's support. If you guys want to, I do use the hashtag, Real Talk Recovery. I'll put it in the comments. But if you guys want to make one up, we can. I just use hashtag Real Talk Recovery. I know. Hashtag RTR, like RTR Chicks, RTR Crew, RTR Gang, RTR RTR family, Yeah, something that we can use, we can do a hashtag. You know how everybody else does the hashtags. Everybody else does the Shark Fam, Raptor. We can do, RTR Fam, or we can badass RTR badasses. That's cute, Tasha. So you guys think about it, and I like the RTR Fam. That's nice and short and sweet and easy. If y'all like that, we'll do that, okay? But like I said, any of you guys are welcome. If you guys missed the live stream, I'm going to post this over on my YouTube channel. So if you missed it, it'll be up on my YouTube channel, and you can watch the rest of it. Don't forget to check out my bio, the links in my bio, the Facebook group, the Mara, all that, okay? And Tasha, we love you, Tasha. Don't you be worried about your mom, okay? Oh yeah, the Mara, all that stuff is linked in my bio, the YouTube channel, everything. And I will see you guys tomorrow night, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central. Like I said, Lolita is going to come tell her story. Congratulations on 4 years. Today is Nikki's 4 years. What's up, Tasha? This is literally her 4-year birthday, you guys. So Nikki and I have known each other since I started my YouTube channel. And she used to be like a moderator for me over on my YouTube channel. So I'm so proud of how far you come, girl. No. So I was never doing therapy sessions. I was just doing coaching sessions with people. But, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. What happened is I just got so much stuff going on that I stopped doing it because I don't want to, honestly, you guys, I don't want to, like, tell somebody I can do something and then not be able to follow through. But if you need to talk, Tasha, you can message me and I'll send you my phone number and you can give me a call. Okay? I'm not a therapist. I can't do therapy, but I do life coaching. It's more of like a mentorship is what it is. You know, but you can send me your number or send me a DM and I'll send you my number and you can give me a call. I'm here to help anybody if you need help. Okay? Also, Tasha, follow me on Facebook and then send me a message and I'll add you to our group chat. We have a group chat with like 45, 50 people in it. So if you guys want to be a part of the group chat, then, and you need support, you know, send me a message. Now, I will research who you are. I'm not just going to add anybody to the group chat. So if you think you're going to slide in there and you're going to be a troll, that's not going to happen. Okay. I won't put you in it. You have to have a Facebook that has been open for some time, and I have to be able to verify who you are, okay? Because it's a recovery. That's my name on Facebook, Nikki Pludre, NICKYPLOUDRE. I have to be able to verify who you are, you guys, because it is a group for recovery, and I'm not going to allow no trolls up in there, okay? Yes, check out the Mara meetings, you guys. They're amazing. I have those linked in my bio as well. Everything. Check it all out. Yes, I am here every night at 7:30. If I'm not here, you guys, it's because I'm either tired or I can't go live because I got banned or something bad happened. You know what I'm saying? So just know that if you can't, if I don't go live, there's something going on because I'm always on here. And you can always message me on Instagram. If you can't get me here, send me a DM on Instagram. Real Talk Recovery on Instagram. Nikki hosts her own Mara meetings, you guys, every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 p.m. Eastern is 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you guys want to go to a Mara meeting, go to Nikki's Friday night meeting. Okay? Okay. All right, you guys. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow night at 7:30.